Now, if I may refer you respectfully to the annual leave application form that you had referred to in your evidence in chief, which will be at page 13. If you can go there for me, please. Now, if we look at the bottom section with the columns, correct me if I'm wrong, accused number 2 applied for that leave way back in 14th of July 2014, correct?
Okay, sizwe ukuthi uzophendula kanjani ukuthi umangalelwa wesibili uwenza ke isicelo sale leave nge-14 zika July.
Your Lordship, I can't see anything to that effect on this form. If the defense can just...
if we look perhaps at the top, after the heading annual leave application form at the top, there'll be a column with 3 blocks there. I don't know what you call them, 3 cells. At the right, it will have a print date and time, which is 14 July 2014 at 5:13:46 a.m. That's when this form was generated. At the top right hand.
Okay.
Yes. And below where the employee, the supervisor, and the head of department signs also it's on the same day, the 14th of July 2014. You see that?
Your Lordship, I just want to maybe for the record, just clarify.
Yes.
The record that I testified to was number 12 in the back.
Number 12.
Number 13 actually refers to an annual leave application that Mr. Ntanzi applied for annual leave earlier in the year. You'll see the commencement of that leave is the 25th of July 2014.
Correct. Let's go to...
Ngithanda ukusho ke lokho ukuthi phela ke ubufakazi bami njengoba nje kuthula nje buncike kulela khasi page number 12.
Yes.
Shoyo ke ukuthi ubengekho emsebenzini nanini kanti ke lana uma sibheka kuleli khasi 13 liyasho ke ukuthi wenza leso sicelo ke nge-25 zika July 2014.
Okay, the one that I'm looking at, I can't actually, that it's called, the title is leave / absence notification. That's the one that you referred to, correct?
That's correct, Your Lordship.
Yebo, ilokho ke bengikhuluma ngakho ukuthi phezulu laphana ke isihloko sakhona saleli khasi mina bengiletha ubufakazi bami ngalo. Sithi leave / absence notification.
And that's the one that was approved for the leave dates starting from the 27th of October 2014 to the 31st of October 2014 for 5 days, correct?
That's correct, Your Lordship.
Kanti ke lesi saziso ke kwaba yisona ke esivunywa ke inkampani ukuthi kulungileke ukuthi angathatha ke insuku ezu5 ukuthi angabi khona emsebenzini ukusuka nge-27 zika October 2014 ukufika nge-31 zika October 2014.
Now, if we look at that leave absence notification form and we come to your statement where it says, in the absence of a scheduled absence record at paragraph 3, one can conclude that Mr. Ntanzi was absent without permission during this period. That was a mistake on your part, correct?
As I stated to the court, sir.
Njengoba sengishilo ngitshela inkantolo yebo ukuthi kwaba ke iphutha nje ekimina okanye ehlangotheni lami mayelana ke nale paragraph eshoyo ke ukuthi ngenxa yokuthi ke ubengekho emsebenzini umuntu angavele nje ancume ukuthi uthathe okanye akazange abe semsebenzini njena ke engaphunyaziwe ukuthi angabi semsebenzini lokho ke kwaba iphutha kimi.
Now, regarding his absence on Sunday, the 26th of October 2014, my instructions are that according to his contract, he was not working Sundays. It was a non-working day for him. So there'll be no reason for him to clock on duty on the 26th of October 2014. What is your comment to that?
That would be correct, sir.
Kuyobe kuyiqiniso lokho. Yebo, ngivumelana naye-ke ukuthi ngendlela besebenza ngakhona ukuthi njalo ngesonto ubengayi emsebenzini manje-ke bekungeke kuze kukhonakala ukuthi ayokloka nge-26 zika-October 2014 kungukuthi bekuwusonto lelo suku-ke bekungesonto. Ngivumelana naye lapho.
And further, the non-clockings for the 27th to the 1st of November. Yes, 21st of the 27th of October 2014 to the 1st of November 2014. My instructions are that he wouldn't clock at that period because he was on leave that we know was approved, but that he was also at home in KwaZulu-Natal. Hence, there was no clocking history during that time period. Do you have any comment on that?
Yes, Your Lordship. So I can confirm that because of his absence, he wouldn't have any clockings, but I cannot confirm his whereabouts, unfortunately.
Mina-ke ngingaqinisekisa-ke ukuthi ubengekho nje emsebenzini ngoba-ke bekeselivini. Ukuthi beke kuphi-ke mayelana-ke nalolu suku i-27 zika-October 2014, lokho-ke angeke ngikwazi ukuqinisekisa. Kodwa-ke ngiyakuvuma lokho ukuthi ngempela ubengekho emsebenzini ngoba bekeselivini. Akaklokanga njena ngoba bekeselivini nge-27 zika-October.
And furthermore, why he did not clock specifically also regarding the 1st of November 2014, which was a Saturday. He instructs me that because he worked on Saturday, the 25th of November, there's one in, one out. So if you work the one Saturday, the next Saturday, you are not on duty, it's your day off. That's why he did not log on this, the 1st of November 2014, only returned to work on Sunday, the 2nd of October 2014.
That is correct, Your Lordship. At the mines we work ESF system, which is one Saturday on, one off.
Ukuthi-ke yebo kuyiqiniso lokho ukuthi le Saturday yange-1 zika-November ubengekakwazi ukuthi angene emsebenzini ngoba-ke kukhona-ke lokusebenza kushintshiswana ngamaviki. Ngamanye amazwi uma kungukuthi kulo mgcibelo ungenile lo yamgcibelo angeke akwazi ukuthi makangene emsebenzini. Yebo ngiyaqinisekisa-ke lo.
And you were asked as to the number of hours that were put as a shift on the 25th, which is from just before 4 o'clock until just after 6 o'clock, which is 2 hours. My instructions are this, that when employees go on leave and they are traveling because they are from out of province, they'll have prior permission from their supervisor that they can leave early because they are traveling out of province. Therefore, he had permission that day from his supervisor to leave at 6 in the morning. That was approved. He didn't work his whole shift.
Yes, Your Lordship, it is not a standard code of practice. It usually falls into arrangement with some supervisors with annual leave. So it would be unjust for me to confirm or to deny whether there was that arrangement.
That is fair.
Manje-ke kukhona indlela abasebenza ngakhona nama-supervisor wabo mayelana-ke nokuthi uma umuntu ezohamba aye elivini uyavunyelwa yini ukuthi makahambe mhlambe kusenesikhathi okanye aphume phambi kokuthi-ke kube isikhathi sakhe sokuphuma emsebenzini. Angeke ngiphikisane nalokho ukuthi kwaba khona lawo malungiselelo phakathi kwakhe lona uNtanzini nalo okusupervisor wakhe ukuthi aba khona noma azange abe khona. Manje ngaleyo ndlela-ke angeke ngikwazi ukuqinisekisa-ke.
Now, finally, regarding the access for meal, access to the kitchen, my instructions are that it is not compulsory or mandatory to eat at the kitchen. There are, even including himself, there are people that cook in their rooms if they don't want to eat from the meal provided in the kitchen. That's why on other days there won't be clockings for meals. regarding his clocking history?
Yes, Your Lordship, it's not compulsory to make use of the hostel kitchen. However, that's why you'll see when employees do make use, they have to clock for their meals.
Yeah, but we think lokho-ke ukuthi akekho umuntu ophoqwayo ukuthi makaye laphana ekhishini lase-hostel ukuthi ayothatha ukudla khona laphana. Uma ngabe uyafuna ukuyolanda ukudla khona ekhishini leli lase-hostel angakwenza lokho, kodwa-ke akekho ophoqwayo ukuthi makakwenze.
Thank you, Mr. Mulder. Thank you, Madam. I mean, those are my questions.
Any re-examination?
Just one aspect.
Mr. Ramos, on behalf of accused number 2, put it to you that the accused had permission on the 25th of October 2014 from his supervisor to leave at 06:01. What was the length of the shift that he had to work on the day?
Your Lordship, the normal shift for a Saturday is a 4-hour shift. Anything less would be considered a short shift, unless there is other work arrangements where overtime would be paid and compensated.
Uyabona-ke ngomgqibelo isikhathi umuntu afanele ukuthi-ke asebenze amahora awu-4 njengoba-ke ummangalelwa yena wahamba ngo-6 o'clock usebenze nje amahora angaba awu-2. Uma ngabe-ke kukhona amalungiselelo athize-ke amayelana nokuthi yena ahambe phambi kwesikhathi sokuthi aclock-ke, lokho kungalungiswa-ke mayelana nokuthi i-overtime yakhe ikhokhelwa kanjani, ngoba phela-ke usethathe amahora awu-2 esikhathini sakhe esijwayelekile somsebenzi.
And what is the position if an employee gets permission from his supervisor to leave early? Is it documented anywhere?
Your Lordship, it's unfortunately not documented anywhere. However, in terms of the clocking system, I can just state for the court that if he left early without permission, due to his clocking duration status, it would put the company in a position to take disciplinary action if he left without permission.
Akukho la kubhalwa khona-ke ukuthi manje sekube nesivunyelwano esithize esimayelana ukuthi lona-ke uzohamba phambi kwesikhathi sokuthi angaclocka ngaso, ngaphandle kokuthi-ke ukuvumelana nje ngomlomo ukuthi yebo uvumelekile okanye uyagunyazwa ukuthi angahamba ngaleso sikhathi. Kodwa-ke uma kungatholakala-ke ukuthi uhambe ngaphandle kokuthi kube nemvume anikezwa yona ukuthi angahamba, lokho-ke kuyomenza ukuthi-ke abhekane nomthetho wasemsebenzini-ke.
Thank you, Madam.
Yes. Mr. Mulder. You said you had a file with you. Is that your labor relations file in respect of the employee? No, accused number 2.
Your Lordship, the file that I have with me is the employee's personal file records. So it doesn't contain the ER records specifically. It is all leave applications, all of the documentation, process documentation collated during his employment with the company, including his original offer of employment, etc.
Yeah.
Ifayili lena-ke ekhona lana imayelana-ke nendlela ummangalelwa okanye lo osebenzela le nkampani esebenze ngakhona, ama-document amayelana-ke nakho konke lokho ukuthi-ke ubengena kanjani emsebenzini, mhlambe into ey'fana no-leave kanjalo-ke, iyona file siyibiza-ke ukuthi i-personal file yakhe leyo.
But according to that personal file and the records of clocking, on the 26th of October 2024, does it not show that he was not at work, accused number 2, on that day?
Yes, Your Lordship. According to the clocking history, it shows on the 26th no clockings for work or access because he wasn't expected at work.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is, was he or was he not on work according to your records on the 26th of October?
He was not at work.
He was not at work. Would you have payment records concerning that day, that particular day? Was he paid for that day, the 26th of October?
Non-working days is actually on the employee's payslip. It will reflect as such. So on his payslip, it would have had a code that would say NW, which is a non-working shift.
Can you give the prosecutor at your leisure the payslip for that period? Is it possible?
Yes, Your Lordship, we can.
In respect of the month of October up to the 1st of November, is it possible?
We can make it available to the court, Your Lordship.
Yeah, you don't have to come to court. But what you have to do is, if you have it, then you make an affidavit, okay?
We'll
to
do
certify that that payslip is in respect of accused number 2, and it is in respect of the period from, you pay them on the 1st of the month, or what?
We work on a 25-day cycle, but it includes the non-working days, so it's from the 1st to the last day of the month. But depending on the pay cycle, we also have 5 different pay cycles. So I'll just have to confirm with the records, Your Lordship, when is his exact cycle dates, and then I will make sure that we extract a pay slip to cover that period.
Yes, please, and then you make an affidavit to the effect, and it can be handed up to court. But if you don't make an affidavit, then you'll have to come back here, physically. Are you with me?
Noted, Your Lordship.
Can you make arrangements with both Mr. Ramosepedi and the prosecutor, Mr. Baloyi, how this exercise is going to be conducted? Okay.
Yes.
Manje uyakusho lokho ke ukuthi nge-26 October 2014 yebo ubengekho njengoba inkantolo yayifuna ukuqinisekisa ukuthi nge-26 October 2014 beke semsebenzini noma cha ukuthi cha bekengekho emsebenzini we-26. Kanti ke mayelana ke nokubhadalwa kwakhe ke okanye iholo lakhe ngenxa yokuthi belakekho semsebenzini uthi lokho kubhalwa phansi kwi-salary advice okwi-payslip yakhe lento okuthiwa ke i-NW i-non-work kanti lelo suku ke libhalwa phansi njengosuku angazange alusebenzele. Kanti ke uyakusho lokho ke ukuthi uma ngabe isidingo sikhona ke ngizokwazi ukuthi ngilethe leyo ke njengoba inkantolo ke isicelile ukuthi makalethe ke i-payslip ezobonisa ke lo suku ukuthi ngempela nge-26 October 2014 bekengekho semsebenzini. Kanti ke lokho kuyomela ukuthi akunikeze umshushisi lapha. And phezu kwalokho ke kuyofanele ukuthi anikezane-ke nestatement esikhomishiniwe. Uma engakwenzi lokho kuyofuneka ukuthi uyophoqeka ukuthi makeze la enkantolo aphinde futhi azothi ubufakazi bakhe la enkantolo. Ngaleyo ndlela-ke uyakuvuma lokho ukuthi cha ngizokwenza isiqiniseko sokuthi ngiyayenza i-affidavit ekhomishiniwe ezohambelana nayo le payslip lena-ke ebonisa-ke iy'nsuku lezo angakwazanga ukuthi azisebenzise ngazo. Kanti-ke mayelana-ke nedate yokuthi-ke ubhadalwa nini okanye uthola nini iholo lakhe, uthi kukhona amasayikeli angaba wu-5 wokubhadalwa-ke kwabasebenzi. Kuyofuneka ukuthi ngibheke emaphepheni wami ukuqinisekisa-ke ukuthi yena-ke isayikeli yakhe ye-payment yaba nini. Lokho-ke ngizokwazi ukuthi ngixoxe okanye-ke ngizixhumanise naye-ke umshushisi kwenza isiqiniseko sayo. Thank you, my lord.
It's 10 days, okay, for this exercise, 10 days.
That will
Meaning
be
that by the, what's the date today, the 18th? By the 18th.
That will be sufficient, Your Lordship.
Okay, by the 18th, then the prosecutor and Mr. Ramosepedi will advise me accordingly, okay? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
At this stage, the state wish to hand in an affidavit in terms of section 236 of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1957 of the bank records of Accused number 2, Mr. Bongani Ntanzi. I'll just briefly put the contents thereof on record. This will be Exhibit DD1, just to keep it together with the cloaking history that has just been handed up, Exhibit DD. And it's first arrest cast 63610 of 2014, affidavit in terms of Section 236 of Act 51 of 1977, with the heading Proof of Entries in Accounting Records and or Documentation of Banks. I, the undersigned, Carolina Petronella Buota, do hereby state that I am in the service of Capitec Bank, 60 Main Street, Johannesburg, hereinafter referred to as the bank. Paragraph 2, I have examined the entries in the accounting records and the documents of this bank as set out in the annexure thereto.
Sorry. Just before you proceed, have you supplied that document to Mr. Ramosepiti?
Yes.
Is that so, sir?
I do have it, my lord.
Okay, yes. Yes, sir.
I don't have that document. I actually don't understand what is now.
No, but the prosecutor said this concerns only accused number 2.
Yeah, but my lord, the state needs to understand that in their indictment, they are alleging conspiracy, so this accused are charged in terms of the common purpose. So
Okay,
we
fine.
need to furnish with that information.
We will make it available to counsel, my lord.
And you're entitled to cross-examine if you're saying that, sir. So we can even recall that witness which left here.
But my concern, my lord, is about what is happening now.
Yes, so that you-
is now reading into the record. It was never discussed with us. I don't know whether it was discussed with Mr. Ramosepiti, because he simply stands up and read something into the record that was never discussed with us. It is as if we're not part of the trial. In the indictment, they are alleging common purpose.
No, fine, I hear you.
Yes.
It was discussed
We
with
need to
Mr.
Hello?
furnish this information first before this process can unfold,
It was discussed with Mr. Ramosepiti, my lord.
but not us.
Can I then proceed, my lord? We will make copies for Advocate Nisi.
You know what? To be fair, can you recall Mr. Mulder? Do you have his number?
Yes, he is also, but they do have.
No, you must cross-examine him.
Oh, sorry.
Just forward Mr. Mulder.
I think it's just, it should be outside.
Just forward Mr. Mulder.
I was quickly calling him.
Well, I beg permission to approach my learned colleague, Mr. Baloyi. Thank you, Madam. That's it.
Is he still around?
I'm told his phone is off.
Hello?
Maybe adjourn for it. I don't know if my colleagues have got cross-examination for him.
Yeah, no, let's wait for Mr. Mulder first. Because Mr. Mshololo approached me in chambers and said he's aware that you are only going to be leading the evidence of number 2, and she requested to be excused so that she must be deputized by her learned colleague. So I took it for granted that these things are discussed, and you adumbrated it by saying that what you are going to lead, the evidence only concerns accused number 2, and nobody objected at that stage.
Yes.
So I took it that it was by arrangement.
So please, I didn't seem to get any signal from my colleagues that they want to join issue with anything that was said by the witness.
If he's not around, then we adjourn. Then he can come back tomorrow morning.
Yes, but if I can make a suggestion just to find out from my learned friend if they have any cross-examination, because if they don't, then there's no point in him coming back.
No, call Mr. Mulder.
As a conclusion.
I'll be accused of people not having a fair trial. So we can adjourn so that he comes and be cross-examined.
Okay. Can you just adjourn briefly?
And then tomorrow, are you calling any other
Yes.
witness?
Well, we are at a stage, my lord, where we want to start with a trial within a trial.
No, fine. But I'm
Yes.
saying, are you calling
Yes.
any witness tomorrow?
I'm getting there, my lord. And my learned friend, it affects Mr. Ramosepeli, and he has indicated, my lord, that there are certain issues that he wants to consider. So all I'm saying is that it's unlikely that we'll be sitting tomorrow.
Yeah.
My lord, I wish to clarify here. In this trial, I've just indicated that the state in the indictment are saying that this accused person acted in furtherance of a common purpose. Now, if they are alleging that the issues that they will be leading tomorrow, they only affect accused number 2, then they need to be specific that so far as
Now it
the
affects
other
everybody.
accused are concerned, they are then withdrawing their allegation of a common purpose in the indictment.
No,
Then will be sit down and do nothing.
It affects everybody.
And then if it affects
Unless
everybody-
there is consent.
Yes.
Like, for instance, we let evidence here of Mr. What's Captain who, Masitla?
Yes, Captain Masitla.
Yeah, and that evidence was neutral.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, if we were preoccupied with expediency and time, that evidence should have been admitted.
Yes.
We spent a day, Mr. Baloi,
Yes.
you are the
Yes.
prosecutor.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we spent a day singing.
Yes, I indicated that his
And
evidence.
then, that evidence we all know,
Yes,
it affects nobody here.
yes.
Instead of you, as the Dominus Litis, trying to say this evidence can be admitted.
Well, we did prepare an admission. The court will recall that we did prepare that admission, but it wasn't admitted. And just to clarify what Advocate Ms. is saying, what we're saying is that the statements affect the clients of Mr. Ramosepeli. That's what we're saying.
So we are adjourning now.
Just to see if we can get hold of Mr. Mulder, just for a few minutes, my lord.
Okay, 5 minutes.